With us here, we have different agencies from the national and county level to address matters of concern and to give our assurance to the public. We have the national government officers led by our regional commissioner, Bwana Gilbert Kitio, who will address us. We have the county commissioner, Mr. Wanyonyi, with us. We have the Nairobi Kenya Power team led by Bwana Hicks Waswa, together with his team from Kenya Power. We have the county officers in charge of security, as well as those who are in charge of security, mobility and works and public infrastructure. What we want to address is concerns that we've been observing for the past few days around which are security related, and the efforts that are being undertaken by both the county government and the national government. We must remember that security is primarily a national function, but it's a shared responsibility between the county government and the national government. We have our police, National Police Service, whom we are in discussions with, and we are going to join, because we will want you to join us to see part of what has been happening in the city, because the solution must come from all of us. So I will invite the regional commissioner on behalf of the national government officers and the national government per se to give remarks. I shall close, and then we shall take one or two questions. Thereafter tutaambatana pali ili muone ile mambo ambayo inaendelea, ambayo tumeyakashifu na tunashughulikia pamoja. So karibu sana Bwana RC.
Thank you very much, our Governor Johnson Sakaja, and the teams of security and city government who are with us. I also thank the fourth state for availing yourselves. Now I want to speak briefly so that the Governor can summarize a few other things. First of all, I want to talk about our general security in the city, county of Nairobi. You know, we have come from very far, and all of you are aware of the challenges we have had from 2024, when there were issues of the GNCs and the other ones. But we have covered a lot of ground as security agencies and as a country within this city, county of Nairobi. In totality, we can summarize and say that our security situation now is much more improved than it was some few months back. We've just come out of hosting the CHAN tournament here in Nairobi, which was co-hosted by 2 other East African nations. And it is not lost to us that it was one of the most organized and one of the most peaceful tournaments which we have ever hosted in this country. Now, when it comes to matters general security, we all appreciate that Nairobi city is a big city, like any other city in the world. And like any city, there are always challenges associated with major cities, of which Nairobi cannot be an exception. We might have had challenges of petty crime in town, which are normally associated with urban dwellings. But we cannot say it is totally out of hand. I want to assure our people that as security agencies, we are on top of things. And what we are doing now, and what we shall be doing with the county city of Nairobi, is that we want to tighten a bit on the aspect of security. We want the county government of Nairobi to assist us in aspects like street lighting, organization of hawkers, organization of the border sector, and others, so that we have an orderly city. If we have an orderly city, it means even matter security will be easier, much more easier to execute, so that we all live in a city that is peaceful, that attracts business, and that is truly an international hub for this continent of ours. So we want to work with the county government, especially on issues of lighting. We want them to install more lighting, and those that are in place should be free of vandalism. That's why we want to urge our people. Let us not entertain people who are siphoning power, people who are vandalizing street lights, and any other government infrastructure for that matter, including the road sleepers, the road rails, and other general infrastructure. We must all be responsible persons. Now, if I speak particularly on matter of security, we all need to work as one team. Security is not a preserve of the national government. Neither is it for the county government. Security is for us all. The national government, the county government, the business people who are the owners of the town, our common wananchi, and everybody else must collaborate in this matter of security. Please let our people report any crime at any time of the day or night, so that they are handled properly. Finally, we should also not exaggerate. I'm told we have our youth and others who do very well in social media. Please let us not exaggerate issues because we want to create something that goes viral and earns us some money. Let us report the reality. Because as it is, our security situation is not as bad as some would like to depict. We are reorganizing our villages, the Nyumba Kumis, the peace committees, and other security committees, so that we have something that is vibrant, even as we go towards 2027. So please, let us all cooperate and have a very, very nice city, which is peaceful and conducive to business. Thank you very much.
Asante sana Bwana RC for that reassurance. Really, we need to assure our people while providing that feeling of safety for the residents of Nairobi. We do not want our ladies walking fearfully in the CBD, clutching on their bags for fear of being, mugged. We do not want innocent civilians being afraid of coming to the center of the capital for fear of any kind of mugging. So we appreciate that, and I want to thank you for the cooperation between us and yourselves. We are shortly sitting down with all the OCPDs, all the OCSs, all the DCCs, the RC himself, the county commissioner, our sub-county admins from all the sub-counties in Nairobi, and our ward admins, so that in every cell, in every ward, a joint team shall operate. Allow me to address the issue of sabotage and vandalism. Over the past few days, our electricals team, together with security team, has been observing the different streets where there have been cases of darkness. These are streets that have streetlights. These are streets that have installations. But a few individuals have been sabotaging, and that is one of the points we will show you, including tapping onto the power grid by Kenya Power and the county. We want to tell Nairobians and the people of, those who come to the CBD, that there is a number through which we can report such incidences. Because it is very deliberate to create darkness where the county has provided lighting through your money, so that in the cover of that darkness, people are attacked. And there are various sections that we've seen that happening. In fact, in some instances, we've had public officers attacked when they come to address that issue. Vandalism of public infrastructure is criminal. Vandalism of public infrastructure deserves the highest sentence, because that is infrastructure that has been placed there by your money as Kenyans. Hiyo ni pesa yenu. Ukiona mtu anang'oa taa, ukiona mtu anakata ile cable ya stima, watu wametoa road signs, watu wakitoa street lights, ni pesa yenu. And so we must all be vigilant. So in as much as we are, we have agreed that the National Police Service will increase the physical presence of police officers, as well as ourselves, also us as the public, just like we did during the Mulika Mwizi campaign, must be vigilant. There's a toll-free number, 988. You send a message and start with Nairobi and just say, niko hapa Tomboya nimeona mtu aking'oa. Niko hapa Kenyatta Avenue nimeona hii. So that we can also assist our, security agencies. Huyo mtu ambaye anaenda kupokonywa anaweza kuwa ni mama yako, anaweza kuwa ni dada yako, inaweza kuwa ni wewe. So tafadhali tuwajibike sote kama wananchi, even as we do our part. We have with us the Kenya Power team. And you can see we have equipment to just address some of those hotspots that we've been doing. But we want to tell these people who've been doing this, for whatever reason, commercial or otherwise, that you will not have a long time to do that. We will make sure that you face the full force of the law, because we, together with the citizens, shall exercise that kind of vigilance. The critical installations along Tomboya Monument that power the whole of Kencom, Ambassador, around the National Archives, and we are going to go there with you just now, so that you can see the extent of that infiltration. This morning, a vehicle whose number plate has been identified and reported to the police was spotted by our officers, again taking part in that kind of vandalism, removing lights and working on the connector points. We hope that that prosecution shall be handled expeditiously by the agencies that are concerned. We have, over the past months and years, invested heavily in tens of thousands of lighting infrastructure, cabling, road rails. Unless we all work together, because we see somebody posting a video of, another citizen uprooting a barrier on the road. How have we helped ourselves? I think citizens must also now institute arrests of people infiltrating it is your money. It is your taxpayers' money. The other thing that I must point out is that the county government has written through our Public Service Board and our county attorney to different agencies pursuant to Section 41 of the National Police Service Act to institute the County Policing Authority. That is provided for in the law. The guidelines were issued in 2021 so that we can also have a proper institutional framework through which ourselves as a county government, the National Police Service, the NIS, the DCI, the Ngao officers, and members of the public, because it provides for 6 members of the public from different sectors, women, youth, persons with disability, can be able to coalesce around issues of community policing and public safety within the city. So kwa mengi yale ambayo tumesema ni kwamba tunafanya kazi pamoja na Kenya Power na Police Service Commission, Police Service pamoja na wale officers wa ngao, tukiwa na commissioner wetu wa Nairobi region Bwana Kitio, county commissioner wa Nyonyi na timu zote kuhakikisha kwamba mko na usalama katika jiji letu. Mnakumbuka wakati ambapo tuliingia 2022 kulikuwa na visa vingi sana vya uhalifu, na tukakaa na aliyekuwa Inspector General of Police Bwana Kome pamoja na maafisa wake DIGs ambao walikuwa wakati huo, na mambo yakatulia. Hatutakubali turudi tena pale ambapo tulikuwa. Jambo lingine vile RC amesema ni kwamba wale ambao ni wachuuzi katika mji wetu wa Nairobi, wale ambao wanafanya kazi ya bodaboda, kwa sababu wafanyikazi wengi wa bodaboda, the majority of them ni watu wazuri sana na wanafanya kazi vizuri na wanajua mahali ambapo wanafaa kuwa. Tunawasihi wasikubali watu wengine waingie miongoni mwao kuharibia jina yao. They need to root them out. We have agreed on circles where they operate, the pickup points, the designated areas, operate within those. If you're not in those areas, you will be arrested and no one is going to come to your respite, because we must have order in the city. So naomba kwa sasa nisiseme mengi zaidi ya hapo, kwa sababu ni jambo ambalo tunashirikiana na ni jambo ambalo linaendelea, and that we'll continue working on it together. Truly, Nairobians must feel safe and you will feel safe. We had a very good experience just a few days ago where thousands of Nairobians were at, the archives in Uhuru Park enjoying football. And it was very safe. Lakini wale ambao wanajiingiza sasa kwa sababu zote zile kuonesha ya kwamba kuna uhalifu ambao umepita mizizi watashindwa. We commiserate with those who have been victims. I know after we had a very big festival here at Uhuru Park that was very successful, a gospel festival. We got some incidences from that within the CBD where lights were deliberately switched off at around I think 9 p.m. thereabout. Hao ni watu ambao watashikwa. Ya mwisho tutakuwa na mkutano na wale wamiliki wa vyumba, baadhi ya vyumba katika jiji letu, kwa sababu kila mtu akiwa na kamera yake outside your shop, outside your office, and a light, because we have regulations and city bylaws that you must have your own spotlight as well, in addition to the public infrastructure that we have the responsibility to ensure is there. Then that feeds into the security of the city, and that's what happens world over. It is not a novel idea only for Nairobi. That's what happens across the world, to ensure that we cooperate so that this city can continue being a bustling and vibrant, nerve center of commerce, of culture, of tourism, and of the social life of the people of Nairobi. So allow me to leave it at that. Mnakaa mna swali? Ngoja na upatiwe. Subiri. Ndachukua 2. Tayari amejitokeza ndugu yangu photojournalist. Nani mwingine? So are you a journalist? Ati? Ni message 988 SMS. Na muangalie hiyo mambo kabisa. Asante. So thank you for that, because that is public participation. Mama pia mko na swali yenye inahusisha hii mambo mengine tazungumza nanyi. Ni bure, si ni bure? Ni bure, hiyo SMS ni bure. Hiyo SMS ni 988. Sio star, kuna master. 988. Text. Andika Nairobi, niko Uhuru Park, nimeona hii. And our public, our officers in the police service and DCI will swing into action, and we're supporting that. Tuanze nawe ndugu. Okay, it was the gentleman behind you, but it's okay. Yes. 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 The arrests. Okay. Thank you. That question is best placed for the regional police commander, who is joining us at the next stop. So we will get an opportunity, because we'll have there at that spot we have the OCPD, Central Police, as well as the regional police commander. So that will be best placed there. Unless you want to address the arrest. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. We should get that report, because let's let the competent agency, the one that arrests, answer that. But what we want to say, because we've had questions that people are being sponsored, etc. Crime is not acceptable. Crime is not acceptable in the city. No one should rob anyone in anyone's name, and there is no sacred cow. So that one we shall not allow in the city.
Yeah,
yes.
There's an issue. You had a challenge earlier with the Kenya Power.
Yes.
To get the clarity in terms of the billing. If that might have affected the day switch off as they have done.
No.
And then there's also the question in terms of switching off the light. They are likelihood of internal sabotage.
As you've said, the investigations are going on who has been infiltrating the power infrastructure. We have suspects. There are areas we've seen. We thought these illegal connections, for a long time are just in the informal settlements. But now in the CBD, in an area like Moi Avenue, somebody has his own control box, supplying other people power, and people are paying. That is criminal, and those should be charged. So there's no other matter. We are working very closely. That's why you have the top leadership of Kenya Power here with us to address those. So allow me to leave it at that. Yeah? Tulisema mbili. Yes. Public infrastructure.
It speaks to or paints a picture of a more complicated way.
Yes.
So it is not petty crime as the act looks and sounds like organized crime.
Yeah. It may look like that, but we have the professionals. I would let the DCI and the police give us a verdict, on what exactly it is. We have people who deal with scrap metal, for instance, who want the cables, the copper. And we've seen that in many parts of the city. We've had people taking manhole covers, and you find a hole, it is sorted out, we change the material, it is still being stolen. And so if there's a wider web, I think our officers in the National Police Service are competent enough to allow us to resolve that. What we are appealing for, and what I'm appealing to you as your governor, is that as the citizens of Nairobi, we must take charge. Because that is that's your taxpayers' money. That is your contribution. And the first work of any government is to secure its people. And we're confident that that is, being dealt with. Yeah. So, tuache hapo. Tutembe utaniuliza tukitembea. Yeah? Sorry? Utaniuliza. Utembe karibu na mimi. God bless you. Asanteni sana.